I'm back for another little decluttering video. Myself and David have been to Llandudno for a couple of days and we have had amazing time, so I'm really relaxed and I'm really motivated to get some more decluttering done. So just in case you don't know me, my name is Maxine and I do appreciate you being here if you're watching the video. So let's just crack right in, because we've had a game of paddle today in the park and I am gagging for a cup of tea, so I want to get this done. So these are a pair of carpet slippers that belong to my youngest granddaughter, because she does come quite often, but they are now too small, so these are now going, they'll go to the charity shop. So that's the first thing. This is a lunchbox that I used to take to work. It's one of them with different compartments in it, but I haven't used it for ages and it's going. It kind of smells still of lunches, so I don't think I'm even going to take that to the charity shop. I'm not sure if I can get away with chucking that in the recycling bin, so I'm going to do it because I'm going to try it. So that's going there. Also, while we was in, it was actually when we was in Conway, when we was in Llandudno, we had a visit to Conway and David bought himself a new mug, so we've had to get rid of, well, we've ended up getting rid of a couple. So this for some reason, I don't know how this has happened, because David bought himself a mug and it was a nice mug. I've not got it with me, unfortunately, but it was a, what it's called, a plant pot mug. So you could have it as a plant pot or you could use it as a mug. So he decided he's going to use it as a mug. Now this here mug, this is mine, so I'm not quite sure how it is that I get to declutter one of mine, but still. And as you can see, it says I love New York. Now, my sister bought me this when she went on a visit to New York. Her and her family went several years ago. And I've never actually really used this mug. I don't know if anybody else is like me, but my mug has got to be the right shape, the right colour, the right whatever for me to have a drink in. And it's got to be a cup. And as you can see, this is a mug and I don't drink out of mugs. I used to have cup of soups, and if I had a cup of soup I would use something like this, but I've not used it for that long. And I kind of feel a little bit guilty with this one because it was a gift. But I'm trying to think logically about these things, and just, if I don't use it, it's going. And because it's not, at the end of the day, it's not my memory of New York. You know, I didn't go to New York, so I'm going to be really, really ruthless and get rid of it. It will be going to work though with me, because we're always in need of cups. So there's that one. This one, as you can see, it's got a broken handle. Now this little cup was part of a set and it came from David's grandma, which she's sadly passed away. And so it's been sat in the cupboard with this broken handle for quite a while. And obviously we are not going to use it. You know, you can't drink a cup of tea like that. So again, it's going. Obviously that one will go in the bin. And this is another one of David's, and believe it or not, this is a cup, even though it doesn't have a handle on it. And he's got that many other little cups now that he uses, that I am gonna declutter this one as well. I'm trying to think whether I could use it for something else, but again, it's just, I'm trying to declutter. I don't want it to be seen anywhere else. So again, I'm going to take that one to work, so it will still come in handy. I've been going through some bags. Now, I had a spurt when I bought my sewing machine, which sat there in the back, of trying to make my own bags. And I made them mainly out of clothes. So this is one. This used to be actually a skirt. It does work. You know, nothing wrong with it. Actually, I'm saying it works. Oh yeah, it does. I've read it wrong way. Yeah, it works. So that's, I've never used it, so it might come in handy. I'm going to give it to charity shop. If they get 50p or £1 for it, it's money for charity shop, isn't it? This is another one I made myself, and I cut this out of different sort of things. As you can see, that's the same material as the skirt. This used to be a dress. I think this was a skirt as well. But again, it's got a nice blue interior. But again, I've never used it. Again, it's going to the charity shop. This is another little bag that I crocheted, and I really do like this mint green colour. Got some tissue, I'll take that out. But what I've found is, I'm not very much of a person that carries bags in their hand. I either like them on my shoulder or over the body, and so I've decided I'm going to give that one away. But I do really like the colour, but again, I'm trying to be ruthless, because to be honest, this is not just about, it's not just about decluttering things out of the home as such. It's also about getting in the right mindset. It's about creating some peace and sort of like harmony, not only in the house but in my head. And I don't want to keep seeing clutter. I mean, we don't have a lot of clutter, don't get me wrong. I don't want to give the wrong impression that the house is cluttered, because it's not. But there is stuff that I know we don't need and we're not going to use, and it just feels so much better once it's gone. So that's what I'm just trying to get into this, just a better mindset about everything, to be perfectly honest. So I've been going through my clothes. This is actually David's t-shirt, but that's the one he's decluttering, and that one is going to go to the charity shop. I've got this shirt, and I kind of do still like this shirt. Bought it from Primark, and I bought it in the sale. It wasn't expensive, but the cut of it, it's not like the shirt I've got on. I would call this like a fashion shirt, whereas this one, it's more like a shirt blouse that you would wear to an office, if you know what I mean. And I've decided it's going to the charity shop. And I absolutely love crochet, and this is something else that I crocheted myself. I just had these 3 colours left over in some wool, and I thought, right, I'm going to have a go at just doing this top. But it is absolutely massive on me, and I have tried to wear it, but every time I wear it I just think, well, I look enormous in it. So I'm going to give this is going to the charity shop as well. Hopefully someone, I'll get a bit of use out of it. Now the other thing that I'm going to just have a go at decluttering is this box here. And in this box I've got my swimwear, and I do know there are things in here that I won't wear again, so I'm just going to have a quick rummage around in here. So I do know that I've got some bikinis with the, you know, the ties at the side, and I am just not going to wear them again. So when I actually find them, they're probably all right at the bottom because I don't wear them. Right, I think this is one. So that's one. As you can see, it's one of them with, are they called tangas? I'm not quite sure, but I'm just not going to wear this again. This, now let me have a look. That's not the top to it. Don't know whether it's, oh, that's the top. So I'm going to keep the top, and I'm just going to get rid of the bottoms, because I do have some plain black bikini bottoms, so I can still make use of the top. Now I do know, because I've seen them, that people, ladies, do give the swimwear to the charity shop. It's not something I agree with, so mine is going to go in the bin. It's not something I'd donate, and it's not something I would buy from a charity shop. So I'm just going to very quickly, I don't know if there's any more, but I'm just, every time I go in this box and I see stuff I don't need, I keep saying to myself, right, I'm going to declutter. I think this may, is this another one? That's another one. Again, with the little tanga sides. So that's going, but again, the top has got black in, so I will keep the top, so I can mix and match with a plain bottom. Oh, I found another one. I thought I had more than 2. I do like this pattern in this one, but again, it's the tie sides, and I just don't feel very secure in them anymore. But again, it's a top that I can wear with a plain black bottom, so I'm going to keep the tops. So the only other thing that I might get rid of is this one. Let's have a look. I don't know. You know when they go a bit threadbare on the bottom? But I think this one might be still okay. Yeah, I'll keep that one for now. Put everything back. I've not bought a new bikini this year. I've not been able to find one that I like. So I don't want to get rid of too many because I will be needing some later on this year. Now I don't know if it's this one. There's one, I bought it on holiday this year and I noticed it was getting a bit loose. I think the elastic's gone. I don't know if it's this one. I'll have to try it on and see. For now it's going, everything's going back. So that can go back for now. I've got my black Sykes. I'm now just gonna bungle them bits up there. Normally I have Mondays off, but this week I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And near where I work is a Salvation Army with one of the, you know, the bins that you can just pop your bits in. So I'm going to bag everything up and take that with me to work tomorrow so I can get rid of that. Take my mugs, get that one put in the bin, take the other ones, they can go with me as well. And then I've just got them few other bits. The hardest part, quite honestly, of decluttering that I found is actually physically getting rid of stuff. I know there's a few charity shops that I go to and they've stopped taking donations at the minute. I think what it is, there's 1 or 2 charity shops closing down, so all the stock is obviously going to the other shops. But yeah, that's my little bit of decluttering done for today. Like I say, I'm absolutely gagging for a drink now. I need a shower, so I'm going to pop in the shower, make myself all nice and clean, get ready mentally for work tomorrow, have a drink, and just hopefully sit and watch a bit of telly. So my next video hopefully will be Thursday, Friday this weekend coming, because I'm not going to have time. I normally do one on Monday, but I'm not going to get a chance to do one tomorrow. And I'm thinking maybe my next video is going to be about some books that are kind of helping me along my self-discovery, self-help journey, call it what you want, that I think that have been really useful, and I'd like to share them because they may be useful to you as well. But for now, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say thank you for watching, and yeah, if you feel like subscribing, then please tag along, and hopefully I will see you next time. But bye for now.